Happy Saturday, folks. We actually got some real Lions news / rumors that we can talk about in today's video. That's not speculation. It's not whatever. It's actually real. And it's be talking about Alex Anzalone contract situation. Looks like there could be a resolve coming up here relatively soon. So we're going to get into that. Lions rookies, 2025 expectations for theirs rookies, and the trade idea that, is what it is. So in today's video, we actually got something for you. But before we get into today's video, question for you. Hot dogs or hamburgers? What do you want to do on the grill? Let's go. Let's start this show out with the real news instead of waiting. We're going to wait 5 minutes into the video to get what you came here for. So let's get into it right now. So as of Friday, Alex Anzalone had tweeted a pinned top of his ex comment saying, "Respect is due," which was one of the aforementioned cryptic posts he made. However, at some point during then and Saturday morning, that post no longer pinned to the top of his timeline, which could be a sign that something is about to get done or has gotten done already and we just don't know it yet. Continue on here. Given that it's a shorter term deal, a slight bump in salary from the previous contract that would have made sense, perhaps par 1 year contracts of Bobby Wagner and Levante David that got $9 million each, I see a 2-year deal worth around $15 million, $9 million guaranteed, making him the most sense for the Lions linebacker. That bring him a 3-year compensation of $21 million, while guaranteed money would likely include a signing bonus, Alex Anzalone's 2025 salary, and a portion of his 2026 salary. That's what Matt Warren Pride of Detroit think that the contract is going to be. I have been saying this for a while about Alex Anzalone. I'm not worried. Never was worried. It came out. I said I'm not worried at all. Zero worry about Alex Anzalone. Alex Anzalone loves the Detroit Lions and the coaching staff and the whole organization. This organization, coaching staff, general manager, love Alex Anzalone. It is a match made in heaven. They will get it work. Yes, he's 32. They could do a 2-year deal. He's worth it 100%. I told you guys, don't worry about Alex Anzalone. That's the one. There's players on this team that you can worry about. You maybe think about things, right? Then there's players you don't have to. He is one of those guys. He is a leader on and off the field. He is the professional, and he keeps it a buck. So we are good to go. I'm happy about that. But once the contract comes out, we'll definitely make a video on that. So will Alex Anzalone get a new contract before week 1? I think it's going to happen, but let me know before week 1. Why for yes and for no? Give me your thoughts right now in the comments. Chris Schatt had something to say about a player for the Lions rookies that we need to be paying attention to. And this is what he says. The Lions rookie Ahmed Hassanein is a player to watch entering training camp. The Lions took a shot on a potential when they selected defensive end Ahmed Hassanein in the 6th round of April's draft. The 22-year-old wrapped up standout career of Boise State, where he collected 24 sacks, including 22 over his junior and senior seasons. But unique come from his background growing up in Egypt and not playing football until he returned to the United States for high school. And I totally get it. A lot of people are really excited to see Hassanein and what he can do. I am as well. I'm excited to look what the rookie can do. With that said, if he can take that game up to the next level, that would be amazing. That would be epic. We're all watching this, right? We know we need help at the edge position. This is nothing new, right? We've been talking about it. And so if you can get a 6th round rookie to come in here and make that impact, that would be amazing. Caution. No one should have this expectations on a 6th round pick rookie. Okay? If he doesn't come out here and do like you would want him to do not rip on the guy. 6th round rookie. Okay? 6th round rookie. Let's not have those expectations on him. And we're going to talk about expectations here in a minute because an article came up about a former Detroit Lion that I think is utterly ridiculous. So we'll talk about that. And it's expectations. It's literally comes into what we're talking about right here with expectations. Hassanein should not be expected to be a diverse piece, this defensive line rotation piece this year. Like expected. If you're a fan, don't have that expectations. Have that he's going to develop and get better each week, and you see the playing time increase and him get better in the game. That's what we need to judge. Not what he doesn't do on the field, but the better that he does on the field. The guy's got a high-end motor. He has the intangibles of Aiden Hutchinson. He doesn't quit on plays, high-end motor, great personality, work ethic, discipline, all of that. Just be patient with the guy. He's a young player, young guy. Okay, we don't need to think he's going to come out here and be Aiden Hutchinson week 1. Don't have that expectations. He's going to come out here and be Zadarius week 1, okay? Just have expectations that he will get better. We'll watch him in training camp, see him develop. In preseason, watch him get better. He's going to make mistakes. Don't call him a bust. Don't call him trash. Then he's going to make a splash play. Don't say he's the greatest. Just have the expectations a little bit low for these rookies. And I do for all rookies, generally speaking. My goodness, right? So I just don't want a player like him getting called bust, getting called. We've seen it a million times on this channel, so expectations be low. But I would love for him to be out freaking standing on this beautiful day out. Hot dogs or burgers? Man, give me your thoughts. It doesn't have to be all about Detroit Lions, this question. Let's go. And this is transitioning to a former Detroit Lion player from Candace Pedreza, and I completely disagree with this, and that's why I wanted to bring this up. It says former Detroit Lions draft pick Quintez Cephus has been landed back as free agent marker after getting cut by the Los Angeles Rams just weeks before training camp is set to begin. Cephus, who is looking to land on a team's roster, earning it the first time since 22, has been struggling to stick since he has selected Detroit in 2020. The former fifth-round pick had a promising rookie season, playing alongside Matthew Stafford, going 349 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. He said that he is a bust. Quintez Cephus, the Lions' former Quintez bust. That's the title. I'm not joking you. You can check it out. Former Detroit Lions bust Quintez Cephus. He's a fifth-round pick that's still in the NFL. He's been in the NFL since 2020. The average career span of an NFL player is 3 years. He's already exceeded that expectations. He's not a bust at a fifth-round pick, being in the NFL for 5 years. A lot of players are out of the league in 3 years. If you're a late-round draft pick, it is impossible for me to call you a bust. How can a fifth-round pick be a bust? For a fifth-round pick to be in the NFL for 3 years, even though, like he said, his career has been off with injuries and also, other stuff. But how? How is a fifth-round pick a bust? Like, I don't see that. I can't see that to be in the situation here. It's a little bit off if you ask me. Quintez Cephus, man, like, I liked him when he's here, but sometimes, it just doesn't work out sometimes. My man, Brandon Mason, former running back, good friend of mine for the Jets, Miami Dolphins. Not a bust. He messed up his knee, and now he's a commentator. He's in the league for a little bit, but it doesn't mean you're a buzz. You're a late round. No, like, if you're a first-round pick, you're a high draft pick, okay, you're a player that you have a real high expectations on, you could say that's a bust, right? Like a first-round pick, right? Busts out. Okay, but a fifth-round pick, come on, fellas. Come on, fellas. We got to do better than that. Got to do better than that. I want to talk about this article here from Pride of Detroit, talking about Pat O'Connor and what he has done for Lions and the expectations from this year. I don't have a lot of expectations for him, but I got to give him a little bit of credit. I do like the fact that they, at least Pride of Detroit, and others do this, is they highlight players that we don't talk about much. Pat O'Connor is just a depth piece, right? But why not talk about depth pieces? Why not talk about players that do give you some plays on the field? He's not great. You look at the stats here. This ain't great. Nope. None of this stuff's great. Rotational piece doesn't need to be great, right? It's just making you're being a body at the right time. And so, look, I think he'll be on the team on the 53, Pat O'Connor. I thought he did decent. Give him the limited chances or the chances that he had due to the injuries last year. And not every player needs to be a stud. Not every player needs to be Penei Sewell. Not every player needs to be Amon-Ra St. Brown. Part of the roster is also rotational pieces and depth pieces and pieces that can hold the fort down. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with the Pat O'Connors of the world. I like him. I like what he brings, right? For what he brings. He's not the biggest player in the world, not the highest, but for what he brings, it's fine. So highlight him. Happy, continue to do what he's doing. Training camp, I'm sure he'll be what he is, and then he'll probably be on the team, right? And if he doesn't make the team, he could be a practice squatter, I believe so. I'd have to check the status there, but For sure. This is talking about the, let's see, Lions, Giants, blockbuster trade. So we've seen this trade idea in the comments right now. Would you trade for Kayvon Thibodeaux? This is what it's about. It says, if the Lions were struck between wanting to add more formidable pass rushing partner Hutchinson for not wanting to go back to someone like Hendrickson, perhaps a 24-year-old Thibodeaux would interest them for a more potential trade fit. Now, honestly, I with all the trades that we've talked about, I think Thibodeaux would make the best sense because of the contract. I'm looking at how Brad Holmes would look at it, right? It's more contract. We did trade for a Carlton Davis who played for us last year as a third-round pick, and he didn't stay on the team. So if the Lions were to want to make a trade before the trade deadline, that's not like right now, and say the Giants are sucking, they clearly are probably going a different direction. What would you throw a fifth-round pick for Kayvon Thibodeaux to see if he can help, maybe get a sack in the playoffs? I mean, I think I would. I would do it, right? So I don't think anything like this, any sort of trade will occur anytime soon. But keep these type of articles on ice for the NFL trade deadline. 100%. Not the Hendricksons of the world, but the Thibodeaux of the world. The lower end capital value that you have to trade for a player. Don't just think about the sacks and all that. Think like Brad Holmes. Money, situation, and giving up asset. Think like Brad Holmes. That's what he does. With that said, I don't see the Lions trading for Thibodeaux himself because of the personality, right? It just doesn't seem like he would fit the Dan Campbell mold of what they bring here, the type of player. But that type of trade, if you're looking at the low end, higher reward during an NFL trade deadline. So I want to do anything else other than that. But I don't think a trade's going to happen at all. I'm just keeping a buck. Don't think a trade's going to happen. But, hey, we got to talk about it, right? So give me your thoughts in the comments. With that said, folks, adios.